What's up everybody, it is Pilot83 here. Today we're going to take a look at the soon to be released F-4 Phantom 2 by DC Designs. Dean of DC Designs was nice enough to let me take a first hand look at this plane to show it off to y'all. So this plane is to be released soon, hopefully within the next couple weeks, if not week. We're going to go through it, check out the versions of the plane, the liveries, do a startup, takeoff, flight, land, and just really get a first-hand look at the plane. Keep in mind that this plane was just finished. It has not been released yet, so there still could be things to be fixed and changed from the day of this video. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys. As we know, Dean of DC Designs makes great planes. Him and his team always, amaze us with their creations. Let's hop into it, guys. So first off, we notice we have three versions. We have the F4J, the F4E, and the FGR2 Phantom. Three variants of the plane. Each one has a big bundle of liveries. If we click on the first one here, we will see we have the RAF-74, we have the VMFA232, we have the VMF A333, and if you'll see a little hint down here, we also have the Blue Angels livery as well, which I just got to see at the Naval Air Museum here in Pensacola. They have 4 of the Blue Angel F4 Phantoms, 2 hanging from the ceiling. So really neat. I counted 29 liveries in total, so you have a lot to choose from. They all look really, really good. We move on here. We got the 388, the 337, the 334th, the 20FS. So like I said, this has probably been the biggest bunch of liveries I've seen drop with a release of a plane from DC Designs. Also, if y'all look down just a little bit, I'm about to show y'all a little sneak peek here. We have also a Thunderbird livery, which I was not aware that the Thunderbirds were ever a F4 Phantom, but they were in the year 1960. For 1 year, they sported the F4 Phantom, which I thought was some pretty neat stuff. Like I said, that's something that I was not aware of. So we're going to go ahead, guys, from here. We're going to go ahead and jump into the F4J. We're going to start it up, and we're going to get to it. So I'll see you guys at the airport. All right, guys, so here we are. We are in the cockpit for the first time in the F4 Phantom. I'm not going to lie, this is technically my second time. I did spend a little bit of time learning the startup sequence. Hopefully I have it down and I don't mess it up. But as you see here at first glance, I mean, it looks pretty nice in here. The buttons look really well. Everything is legible. The detail looks really good. There's a little bit of wear and tear here and there, which I do enjoy seeing that a lot. All these switches seem to work from the most part, even in our back seat. So we have that as well. We're going to slowly start starting this plane up. I'm going to start right here with the fuse, which would be the battery, I would assume. Go ahead and start turning on all of our lights. Y'all know how I like to do it. We have our crew visibility there where we can see our crew in the plane from the outside if you want to do that. In this video we will be looking at some of the weapons as well, but keep in mind though that I am recording this on a PC, so big shout out to my brother for letting me use his PC to make this video for y'all. Alright, generator 1 and 2. Ladder switch. Did not see this last time. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so we have the ladder there. Nice little animation of it going up there. I like that. That is pretty neat. By the way, we are at Nellis Air Force Base. This is a custom scenery done by my buddy Easy. It is free in our Discord. He makes cool little air show sceneries. If y'all like any of these things, feel free to download those from our Discord for free. Check out the tail hook though while we're out here. Ooh, that had a really good sound to it. Like as it hit the concrete. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be asking me, does the radar work? I can tell you that it does. I have seen my buddy's plane appear on it. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to work it. I hope there's a manual that comes out so I can really go through it. I believe there will be. But yes, it does work. It is pretty neat. Alright, so I want y'all guys to hear this plane start up. It has to be one of the best sounding planes in the sim. Alright, and this here's our wing animation of our wings coming down. In a minute we will pick up our chalks. Our canopy handle, by the way, is right here. Kind of hidden. It took me a minute at first to figure out its location. Alright, go ahead and start these engines, 1 and 2. Listen to the bass. Alright, they just click back, 1 and 2. So we have the Sidewinder here, which I was expecting to see that on the wings. I did not see anything, so I'm not sure if that's actually there or if I missed something. So it's something I'll have to do a little research on there. Oh yeah, air refilling. Let's check this out real fast. Watch this pop on out. There it goes. Get back in. Alright, so let's go ahead and mess with the weight here. Y'all know me, I'm a console player, so I'm kind of getting used to how the PC works. Every time I do one of these PC videos to show off these planes, they're not released yet. Alright, so I had a little weight there. We got the missiles on the bottom there. Look really good. Obviously, guys, for on console, we're not going to have this. So, unfortunately, I will not have this, but that's okay. Maybe 2024 will give us the option. Landing light's really bright, but yeah, them engines, man, they sound good. As y'all already know, guys, I will be doing tutorials on this plane for y'all. This is a plane, one of the fighters I really want to get into and learn. You know, it's an older fighter. I've always liked this plane. So this is one I will be getting into. It's been a while since I've really got into doing a fighter in and out like I used to. So I'm really going to get into the Phantom after it releases and make those tutorials for y'all. Ooh, look at that. Sounds so good, guys. Sounds so freaking good. Alright, let's get back here. Woo-wee! Alright, so right here we don't have a HUD. We have just a aim sight. Which is correct for this plane. This plane did not have a HUD. It's an older plane. Down here to our left, we have the missile status. I said on console, we don't have that. We're not going to mess too much with that. Yep, there we go. So there's our aim sight right there. Radar map or different style. I said I really hope there's a manual that comes out because I really want to learn this. I'm going to do a little more research on the real version of it, see if I can find out about this. Cool little fact, and I was talking about this just last week in the group flight, was that when the Blue Angels were the F-4 Phantom, they were saying that the F-4 Phantom is a little bit of a wobbly plane, and it was not considered a good formation plane. So what they did to help make it have more control is they would trim their stick down almost all the way, if not all the way, where they would have to keep pressure on the stick where there would be no dead stick at all, making them basically have to fight against 20 pounds of pressure the whole entire time they were flying to be able to have more of a control of the Phantom. So pretty neat little fact. Really neat, really curious to see how this feels in the air, and if I can sense that. But before we take off though, let's go ahead and get back here. So in the back here, I was messing around. Everything seems to work back here as well. I thought it was super neat being back here. I would assume this would be the navigator's seat. The Phantom, like I said, is a plane I'm learning. The TACAN, okay. Clock. Okay, radar beacon mode. Chain select. Make sure I didn't miss anything that we can click on. Okay, so we're about to go ahead and get ourselves moving, guys. I really want y'all to see this plane in action, and I really want to get, to feeling it again. So let's go ahead and taxi. There is a there is a steering wheel lock on the stick. So when y'all guys get this, if y'all are not aware of how to get the plane to turn, you have to click the button to get this plane to turn, just like the F-18. I do gotta say though, when I got in this plane for the first time, I was looking at all these bolts up here. Freaking, I was like, man, imagine just hitting your head against those things, cracking your freaking helmet. I keep noticing these little dots on the radar. I'm not exactly sure what those are. I'll have more updates on this as I get to spend more time in it. So the sound does change, by the way. I wanted y'all to hear that. I didn't show that earlier. The sim acoustics is so good. And like I said, guys, before we get on our way here, this scenery is a free add-on by my buddy Easy, completely crafted by him. Like I said, this is completely free. If y'all would like it, just come join our Discord and go down to our sceneries tab and feel free to download. Alright, let's go ahead and close this back. Let's get ready for our second flight. My second flight in this plane. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay, so right there, that's our nose wheel steering I was talking about. So we have certain things like station select and stuff like that. I got to learn more about this plane. A little bit of lag. Ooh, the mirrors, by the way, are working really well. Look at that sun. The lag, though, guys, is not the plane. It's definitely Dallas. Okay, so test, okay, flat seems to be working, other one seems to be working again. Do my little check here ahead of time. I love how the freaking stabilizers move. I guess it's time, guys. Sounds like something from DCS. Now, on this plane, our speed, it goes up to, I believe it would be indicated as 275 knots, and then from there it goes into Mach, which from my understanding is correct for how this plane was. I also understood that it was actually like that also for the F-14 ANB, and I believe that Dean has put that into his planes in kind of a different way, just because he felt at the time that some people might have some trouble reading it and understanding it. But that is correct. When y'all get into it, you're not actually going 400 knots. Once you're above that 275, you're actually going into Mach. Now, I have noticed the plane is a little wobbly, like you see right here. It's kind of up and down, kind of like bouncy. I'm not sure if that is the real characteristic. I feel like it is, just from what I said from the whole Blue Angel thing, about how they said it was not a good formation plane. The plane was, you know, like to go kind of up and down. But I'm curious. I'll have to research that. But it does seem to have a little bit of kind of like a rock. So if you look here, we're gonna so it didn't really seem to do it in a roll. Okay. But if you look here, you see that? Well, that could be a true characteristic of this plane. I do a little research. Like I said, I think of what the Blue Angel pilot's manual said. That would make sense. So far, I think the sound of this plane is by far the best thing. As far as the flight model, I mean, like I said, besides a little bit of rocking, I got to do more research on that. Other than that, I mean, it feels good. It feels really good. It feels mean. I mean, look at freaking how high we got so fast. The altitude, the speed. This thing is just a monster. Such a well-created craft. Like I said, DC Designs never fails. I like how you look inside the duct there. You can actually see the blade in there spinning. The intake. I like how it has the black exhaust as well, which y'all will see that when we come into land. I noticed earlier when I was coming to land that you can see that trail. And apologies guys, my camera views are not the best. Y'all know me, I'm a console player. Still also been on PC, so I'm having to adapt myself to my other setup to do this. I didn't want you guys to miss out on the first preview of this plane. But yeah, this radar is something I really want to learn. I just really want to understand what all this is on this. Actually, I know it shows the planes, but I want to understand what it all is. Man, she's pretty agile for sure. I didn't know the Phantom was that agile of a plane. Alright guys, so I'm about to go ahead and get us headed back towards the runway, get us lined up, and we will do a landing in this plane, and I will let y'all see that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to that. Okay, so guys, we're going to go ahead and bring her on back down. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and do a landing in the Phantom. This will be my second landing. This plane does land pretty beautifully, I do got to say. And I know I've had the volume up a little bit loud. I just wanted y'all to really get to hear how beautiful this plane sounds. Gear down. All right, we are on our final approach here. Alright, drop to some flaps, okay. Really want to not mess this up for y'all. Being my second attempt in this plane. But nah, I got it. I ain't worried about this plane. Actually, it lands like a dream. As you'll see here. Come in tight. We're going to put the rear tires down. We're going to keep the nose up. I'll show you all this in third person. Good brake, I'm sorry, not brake, good tire sound as they actually hit the ground. We have that animated in. Really like that. So as you saw the front tire just hit there, you heard that noise. I want to make sure that y'all heard that. Something I noticed that it's those little things like that that I always pay attention to. And you'll be surprised how many planes actually do not have that sound. It's always weird to me landing a plane and you don't actually hear the sound screech when they hit the runway. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn left, start tacking our way back on in. Beautiful sunset out here at Nellis. Alright, so let's talk about the plane. So I know a lot of y'all are probably wondering, what is my opinion on the plane as of this moment? Well guys, I think the sound speaks for itself. Like I said, I think the sound is the best thing about this plane. It is outstanding. But though, on a real note, I think the flight model is really good. I think the plane's a little bit quirky. I still have a lot of learning to do in this plane. Like I said, this is only my second flight, and I don't want to BS y'all on anything that I am not sure of or aware of in the plane as of yet. But as far as of this moment right now, I think the plane is great. I think this is definitely the most complex plane that DC Designs has put out yet, which I love that, you know, because I love learning planes. Is what keeps me very interested in planes, especially these old fighter jets like this. You know, I could just spend days and days learning it. So I'm super excited about that, you know, because that keeps me very, very interested. So yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait for y'all guys to get to fly it. I think it's gonna be great. I'm sure a lot of y'all guys will be finding out things before I do. I do love how we can see planes on the actual radar. Like I said, I got to witness it earlier when I was messing around with it. I don't feel comfortable enough yet really trying to show that off to y'all because I don't fully understand it, but I'll be releasing more videos like I said. But from an honest review of the plane, it is absolutely great. I think it's amazing, and I can't wait for you guys to get to fly it. I'll be having many videos. Like I said, this will be, you know, a fighter jet I'll be doing a lot of stuff on. I haven't done one in a while, so I'm excited, guys. And like I said, I really love that back here, how we can click on all the buttons. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short so you guys can get back to flying. As always, guys, I am Pilot 83. Be sure y'all guys get this plane, support DC Designs. You're absolutely going to love it. See you guys in the sky. Peace. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.